Yeah, now we will look at a few more parametric approaches, for, especially where extreme values are involved. Earlier, we have looked at computation of VAR as well as expected shortfall, or even a coherent risk measure using the parametric approaches. But especially for modeling the extreme values, because risk management believes heavily in the concept of extreme values beyond a certain amount of losses, as they are called as extreme values. We will now look at how do we use this concept of extreme values, and are there any specific distributions targeted towards the extreme values, and how do we address those kind of distributions. That is what we are going to deal with in this particular session. So to start with, see, why do we need to understand this concept of extreme values? They are primarily like, I look at them as low frequency, high severity kind of distributions, or kind of loss events. Probably a big earthquake in a city like Hyderabad. There is a possible, the frequency of occurrence is very, very less. But in case it occurs, the severity, the kind of damage that it can bring, the kind of financial losses it can bring could be very, very high. So modeling those kind of events is what we call as the extreme value modeling. Right? So very huge, sometimes because of a big financial crisis in a country, or a political crisis, huge markets crash, or even because of natural disasters like earthquakes, floods and cyclones and tsunamis. Because of any of these things, what could happen is the loss can be very, very extreme. Though the probability of occurrence of that loss is very, very limited, the impact of that could be quite drastic. But one of the drawbacks which we would see with such kind of a data is very little data is available. The reason is these kind of events, they occur very rarely, so the data availability is very, very less, and even so many losses might not have even occurred till today, right? Probably there is no guarantee that the loss may not be beyond this at all. So sometimes the new crash may come and the loss may even cross this and come up to here also. So not all data might have occurred till date, and whatever the data that is available also, it is very limited, that I may not be able to create a distribution or create a detailed analysis out of that data. So generally what people do is they come out with a workaround wherein they assume a certain distribution for such kind of a data. Right? There are some kind of distributions which are dealing with extreme values. We will talk about a theory called as extreme value theory, and we will also deal with the distributions called as generalized extreme value distributions, or we will call them as point over threshold kind of distribution, POT, peaks over threshold kind of distributions, as well as generalized extreme value distributions, which are nothing but they are just like a normal distribution or a Poisson distribution or a log normal kind of a distribution, some kind of statistical distribution whose focus is not on the central tendency measures but more on the extreme value measures. Right? Now, just getting ahead into this concept of extreme value theory, this theory will help us in determining the VAR as well as expected shortfall where the focus is not on the entire data. If this is the range of my data set, probably the extreme value theory focuses only on this much area of the data set, which is nothing but the extreme values itself. So that's where the distributions relating to the extreme values, they are not based on the concept of central limit theorem, because central limit theorem, what it says, as the sample size increases, the mean of the sample will approach the population mean. So that is what is the base groundwork behind the extreme value distributions, whereas with the regular statistical distribution. But when we bring in the extreme value distribution, this is what is the statement. Fisher-Tippett state theorem is what we typically call as, not the central limit theorem. What it says is, as the sample size increases, the distribution of these extreme values, the distribution of these, only these data I take and create a distribution out of them, they follow what we call as a generalized extreme value distribution. The normal shape